a store sells cashews for $9 per pound and almonds for $4.50 per pound. How many pounds of cashews must be mixed with 60 pounds of almonds to get a mixture? So we're mixing the almonds and the cashews together. And that mixture is going to sell for $7.75 per pound, so that there's no change in revenue. So there's going to be no change in revenue. First thing to do here would be we can organize the data into a table. So we have three things. We have the cashews, the almonds, and the mixture. So let's do cashews, almonds, and we have the mixture. I'm going to list them vertically. What do we know about these? We know the price per pound of each of them, the dollars per pound. So let's make a column for price per pound of each of these. The cashews, they're going for $9 per pound, so I'm going to put 9 right here. The almonds are going for $4.50 per pound. And the mixture is selling for $7.75 per pound. Next, let's make a column for the pounds of each. Now the cashews, this is what I'm looking for. How many pounds of cashews? A good thing to do here would be to let a letter represent what I'm looking for. I'm going to use the letter X. Now the pounds of almonds, I know that is 60. And then the mixture, since I'm combining them together, I can write this in terms of the other 2 pounds. I'm mixing X pounds with 60 pounds to get X plus 60 pounds. This is going to be X plus 60 pounds for the final mixture. And then the last column here is going to be the revenue earned off of each item here. And to get the dollars, all you can do is multiply the dollars per pound by the pounds that is there. So 9 times X, 9X is an expression that represents the revenue made off the cashews. And then we have almonds. They're selling for $4.50 per pound, and we have 60 pounds of them, so you're just going to multiply there. 450 times 60. And then the revenue made off the mixture is going to be these two numbers, these two multiplied together. I'm going to have to use parentheses with the X plus 60. All right, so we organize the data into a table. Now the next step would be to come up with an equation. Now the equation we're going to get from the fact that there's no change in revenue. So the revenue made off the 2 items individually, they're going to add up, they're going to equal the revenue of the mixture. So 9X plus 4.50 times 60. This is the revenue made off the cashews and the almonds together. That is going to equal the revenue made off the mixture. 7.75 times X plus 60. And there you go. That gives you an equation that you can now solve for X. And X is what I'm looking for, the pounds of the cashews. All right, so here I'm going to multiply 450 times 60. That's going to give me 270. And then I'm going to distribute the 7.75 here. So I got 7.75 times X, and then 7.75 times 60. Let me use a calculator. That's going to give you 465. I want to collect the X terms on one side, so I'm going to subtract 7.75X on both sides That will get rid of the 7.75x's on the right-hand side. And then get the numbers on the other side, so I'm going to subtract 270 on both sides to get rid of the 270s on the left. Then what you're going to do is combine the x terms here. That's going to be 1.25x. And 465 minus 270, that is 195. And then to get x by itself, you're going to divide both sides by 1.25. All right, let's use a calculator. 195 divided by 1.25, that gives me 156. All right, so we solved the equation for x. Look back to see what x represents. It represents the pounds of the cashews. That's what I'm looking for right there. It says how many pounds of the cashews. I solved for it. Don't forget to put units on your answer here and what it represents. There you go.